loud. Okay, and you're recording. You can begin.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is your brother with you, Imam Mika'il Stewart Saadiq. I'm the Masjid Outreach Director for Engage. And I have in the studio, in the Zoomer room with me, the amazing, talented Saidi Sarr. Assalamu alaikum, my sister.
Walaikum salam, Imam Mika'il. I am Saidi Sarr, and I am happy to be here with you guys today.
Well, thank you for joining us. These conversations have been put in place to bring people like yourself before the community that have the experience in running for office, in activism, and actually engaging and petitioning elected officials, agitating, right, and trying to get wins for our community. So it's going to be a very short talk, and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. And if you have any more beneficial information to give our viewers, then please do so. Anything about the election or the importance of what you do. So, who are you and what do you do?
So, like I said earlier, my name is Saidi. And who I am Mamadou Lamin Sarr's daughter, right? I am Fedwin Sarr's sister. I am Howland's mom. I am Dawda Sek's wife. I am a Senegalese immigrant living here in the city of Detroit. I am a African dance teacher. I am a friend. I am a community activist and a human rights advocate. I am the founder of the African Bureau for Immigration and Social Affairs. I am the bilingual engagement coordinator for English language learners at DPSCD. I am your sister in Islam. I am an engaged board member here in Michigan. I am a Michigan United board member here in Michigan. I am a New American Leaders Fellow. I am a Michigan Leadership Political Program Fellow. And I am a Detroit Equity Action Lab Fellow. I'm a Detroiter.
Wow. You know what, and I'm just having a flashback from when we had you on the webinars a couple of weeks ago, and you sent me your bio. And I was like, I said short bio. But, you know, alhamdulillah, you know, those are all of the things that God Almighty Allah has endowed you with, and we thank you, and it's well deserved. So what do you do?
So I do everything. I am actually the title that I love the most in everything that I do is I am happy troublemaker.
Okay.
Right. So I advocate for our communities, the immigrant and Black communities in general. I advocate for Black and civil rights issues. And I try to make sure that once my community is heard, my community know that my community have a voice, my community understand that there is a system that they have to abide by. They have to understand the rule of the system. There is a game that was set that whether they want it or not, they have to play the game. However, if you don't know the rules of the game, you can't play it well. So that is very important to be able to break it down for the community to understand that this is a game that we have to win. And that some players have had access to a coach, a personal coach. They have access to mentor, scaffolding, training for so many 100 years before, right? They have polished their game. They have polished their swing. They got a lighter bat and all of that. All that technology was put in their hands. And we did not get that. But we're still in the same game. And we still have to play it.
I love that.
So
and I love that agency, that power that you bring to the conversation.
So this is where we are. So that's what I do. I try to make sure that we understand what's going on, how it's going on, how it is actually affecting us, how it is impacting us, what can we do to change it, how do we change it, where, at which level do we have to be engaged to change it. And like Shizam said, if they don't have a chair for you, bring your own.
So speaking of levels, so this environment, the climate that we're in, is very politically charged. Why are you voting in November, and what does this election mean to you?
So, first of all, I have the privilege to vote. And it's a privilege that, as a Black immigrant, I understand that other Black people have died for me to have that privilege to vote. Women had fought for women to have the privilege to vote. When I came in the US in 2003, Black people and women had already paid the price for me to be able to vote. This election is very charged and it's very important because when this man got elected, the first thing he did, he said he was going to do, was to ban Muslims. With that conversation, it allowed other folks to make my life, my daughter's life, my community members' life more dangerous. I have seen my friends take off their hijab. I have seen myself drive around the mosque more than 2 times on Friday before I come to prayer. A place where I always walked in, never thought of anything, barely remember the brother's face who opened the door for me when I walked into the Muslim center. I remember his voice. It's like I am so not paying attention to anything. That was the comfort of knowing that there is respect, there is love, somebody is looking out for you. If I don't lock my car door, I don't have to worry about it. My daughter would be in a safe environment and I can just take that time to disconnect, to coalesce with the Lord, to bring myself at ease. This main election have created a space where I cannot do that, where if I have to worship, I have to be worried about how I worship. I have to be worried about being attacked. I have to be worried about who is in the musala with me. Is this a new face I never seen? Is he gonna pull a gun on us? What he's gonna do? It's like, I can't pray. All what I want to do on Friday is pray. That's it. And this election had not allowed me to do that. This election has not allowed me to go home and turn off my phone because I am looking at who is going to call me at 2 a.m. and tell me that somebody was picked up, somebody is in jail, or somebody is being deported. I worry about in whose living room I'm going to walk in and look at a 14-year-old, a 15-year-old, an 8-year-old, and explain to them that the father that was here yesterday that took you to the game the day before is not a bad person. He just don't have the right paperwork to stay in this country. And no, he is not a criminal. I have to worry about in whose household 6 months after that conversation, I have to find out that mom could not afford the rent and they are now looking for a space in a shelter that doesn't have space for them. So many other things I have to worry about. Will we have, water that is not poison? Will I have access to good air, quality air? Can I go to school and get quality education?
So Sadie, if I can jump in and ask, you mentioned some very critical issues dealing with the quality of life. So how is this election? Some of us are voting early. I voted. You voted, right?
I did.
Yeah. So, many of us are voting early. So we're just saying November, but how is this election this year, this presidential election, these Senate races, how is this so important and connected to those quality of life issues that you mentioned? How can people know about getting out there? How is this connected to that?
I think everything that we have known was put to great challenge And even though, let us be honest, what we were calling normal was already filled with a lot of inequity.
Mm-hmm.
Those inequities did not start with this man. What we have seen with his election and his administration is that there is a total disregard of human decency.
Mm-hmm.
And his administration has put that at the forefront.
So they amplify all of the evils.
They just disregarded human decency, period. You know, it's like you go into your grandma's house and she's like, you know, knock at the door before you come in. And you decide that you're just going to walk into the bathroom and take the door of the bathroom and take the window out, and you don't care who is sitting in the bathroom.
So disregard for the actual moral sustainability.
Yes, simple and easy.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, if you know, like Sister Linda Sassou said it last time, she was like, hey, I cannot move a fascist from being a fascist to being a centrist person, right? You can't organize a fascist. They are what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And she
You gotta get
asked
them out
us, yeah, you gotta get them out of there and organize the one that you know that you can organize.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's like
we need to get rid of him.
Your base versus persuadables.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Get rid of him. Now let's organize this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's organize Joe Biden. Let's make spaces where he have to listen. Let's flood his cabinet and his offices.
Well, we're not actually campaigning for Biden here, though.
We're not campaigning for. I'm not campaigning for him. I'm just saying this is what we need to do. It's like we need to do work, and I'd rather do work than go into resistance. So I want to do work. There is hard work? Yes, there is hard work. Are we gonna put in extra hours to do the hard work? Yes. How are we gonna put in the extra hours to do the hard work? We have to start by using one of the level of being engaged in the conversation, which is to vote.
Right.
That's one level. Because we already learned our lesson that voting only doesn't change anything. So if I elect you in office, I need to come back and tell you what I want you to do. Yeah. I need to make sure that you are listening and that you are drafting plans that are going to address the issues we have. I'm not going to just...
And your staff and your community people actually are from your constituency.
They have to be.
Your real constituency.
Yeah, they have to be.
Not the people that funded the campaign necessarily.
No, it's like I am the constituency. I'm the one whose garbage isn't being picked up in time. I'm the one whose child don't have access to digital literacy in Detroit. I'm the one who have to wait an hour and a half for the bus to come. It's like, this is us. I'm the one who go to the grocery stores and don't find fresh food at the grocery stores. That's the reality of it. So these are things that we need to look out for. I'm the one whose parents or grandparents don't have access to healthcare, and I need them to have access to healthcare. I need to talk to somebody who is going to tell me how they're going to make healthcare affordable, so that my daughter who have a heart condition I don't have to worry about the $4,000 bill I'm going to get at the next appointment, and I decide not to take her at the appointment because I can't afford the $4,000 bill.
Excellent. So let's wrap up, my sister. It's always great talking to you, and we hear so much passion. And me personally, what I hear from you a lot is you care about everyone. You're trying to get everyone as much as you could get them. Give us some closing remarks. Let's close out. So what would you tell people right now to do to get engaged and to actually get that vote out there?
Get your ballot. Get your ballot in. Order your ballot now. Send it in before October 15. We are in Michigan. Vote early. I voted last week.
Do you need an ID to vote? Some people think you need an ID to vote.
No. You don't need an ID to vote. You can go in there and sign what they call an affidavit.
The affidavit, right?
Yeah.
Just saying, hey, I am Saadiq Sarr,
And I live in Detroit.
This is my constitutional right,
To
right?
vote, and this is my address, and here it is. Bye.
Oh,
and
and
sign it.
I would have mentioned something too. When I went to vote, you know, I thought that I would tell people. My wife told me to do this actually. She said, tell people about the potential to spoil their ballot. So remember, all of our brothers and sisters and viewers and voters, when you have the partisan section at the top, you know, the white lettering, the bold white lettering that's going to indicate what section you're in. At the very top, it'll say partisan section. If you're going to vote straight ticket in that section, you just bubble in your party and don't mark anything else, right? Not in the partisan section. Then you go down to the other sections, then you can mark things, all right? And also on the back, you have proposals and things like that. So we'll be giving you more information like this to help you become an informed, a confident voter. Once again, this is Mika'il Stewart Saadiq, the Masjid Outreach Director for Engage, and I am with
Saidi Sarr. So helping my friends and my sisters and my immigrant communities and my Muslim community and my Black folks to, you know, come on, let's make this happen. Let's make it work. Let's take back our life. Let's, you know, drive our democracy the way we want it to be. And let's build the neighborhood we want to build.
Very inspiring, Sadie. And remember, viewers, brothers and sisters and voters, I will vote, hashtag I will vote, and iwillvote.com will get you all the information you need on the upcoming election. And remember our hashtag, hashtag my Muslim vote. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, peace and God bless.
Wa alaikum salam, peace and God bless.